What's up, people? How you doing? This is Coach DC of the Intense Fit Way, where discipline is the way. Welcome to day 3 of the Plate Challenge, day 3 of the Plank Challenge, 30 seconds, and today's reading, Heaven versus Hell. If you want to know where today's reading comes from, right here, the Kabbalah on Sleep. Listen carefully. Heaven versus Hell. A student once asked his Kabbalah master to show him the difference between heaven and hell. When the student fell asleep later that night, the master transported his student to a lofty spiritual realm, whereupon the disciple was granted a vision that would reveal the answer to his question. In his dream, the student saw a group of people gathered around a circular vat overflowing with an endless supply of potion that induced the most transcendent pleasure with every taste. However, each of the people at the vat had a giant spoon handcuffed to their wrists. They were able to dip their long-handled spoon into the vat to fill them with this divine concoction, but the length and size of the spoons kept the people from being able to turn the spoons around to their mouths so they could sip from them. The resulting frustration was unbearable. This was hell. The student was now granted another vision. Strangely enough, the scene was almost identical. Once again, people were walking around a circular vat filled with the same potion that produced infinite ecstasy with each swallow. And once again, the spoons and handles were oversized, handcuffed to the wrist of each person. At first, the student was puzzled. How could this be heaven, he wondered, when no one can fit the spoon into his or her mouth? But then he saw that each person simply fed the person in front of them. Everyone was experiencing a divine state of ecstasy beyond human comprehension. The situation was the same, but the consciousness was different. The desire to receive for the self alone, which motivated those in hell, caused untold agony and anguish. Heaven was simply a matter of changing one's consciousness from receiving to sharing, so that everyone could enjoy infinite bliss. In hell, everyone tried to feed themselves, and all they received was frustration. In heaven, everyone fed someone else. In this way, all were fed. Heaven is here now, without question. Paradise is right in front of our eyes. The light never disappeared. It is only our desire to receive for self alone that blinds us, preventing us from taking the simple step that leads to bliss and immortality. And until a critical mass of sharing consciousness is achieved, the power of unconditional sharing will remain concealed from our rational minds. Sure, we might understand it intellectually, as you do right now, but we cannot feel the transformative miracle that true sharing generates until we reach a critical mass. The spiritual path of Kabbalah tells us that the power of sleep and dreams slowly but surely removes this blindfold. By giving us a taste of what it will be like when divine light fills our world, our sleeping life gradually weakens the deep-seated selfish impulses which govern our everyday thoughts and behaviors, and wakes us up to the promise of true reality. Heaven versus hell. That is definitely something to think on. The difference in consciousness. Receiving versus sharing. Let's get this 30 seconds in. And for the 30-second plank today, we are a go. Remember, if you feel your plank in your back at all, raise your butt up, squeeze your butt to give the back support. Remember, also, if you don't have a butt muscle, if you don't have a butt, you don't work those muscles, you most likely will have back problems. The butt supports the back. And we are at 30 seconds and complete for today. With that, this is Coach DC of the Intense Fit Way. Where discipline is the way, make it a great day.